Hello, everybody, and welcome to Singularium. Singularium is like a fast-paced kind of first-person shooter, but I guess it's not really a first-person shooter. But anyway, the whole thing is you use black holes or something to kind of progress through the level. It's a cool idea. I played the demo and I was just terrible at it. The developer reached out to me and asked me to play the game, offered me a key and stuff. I declined and I bought the game because I know that I'm not exactly good at it, and I just felt like it would make no sense for them to give me a free key for a game that I probably won't be able to showcase in a way that's good. So, look at that, number 53. Nice number of being last place. Where's the music? Hold on, let's turn all the way up. I guess it needs to be. Yeah, that's cool. We get some wall running. I feel like there might have been like a Spider-Man variant at some point that instead of using webs, used black holes. Probably not. I don't think so, actually. I mean, but if I had to compare this to anything, I would say it feels a bit like a Spider-Man, but instead of using a web, I'm using a black hole. I would say I'm kind of torn. Like, I mean, it works. It seems pretty functional. The level design, it tells me exactly where I'm going, which is nice. Okay, I didn't know that that was actually the exit. Well, we were finding out exactly where to go and not anymore. I imagine if I go into the spikes, I'll die. Yep. Alright. Well, you know, I did exactly what I expected to do. I definitely enjoyed the first collection of levels more than this one. I think it's because this one just almost feels somewhat claustrophobic. I mean, we don't have as much room as we did before. It's definitely a cool concept. Like you know, we've got the running, we've got the ability to figure out something with this black hole movement. I haven't really got a good handle on it, but it seems like it's not, you know, don't push it a whole bunch of times. It's really just a smaller amount of times to get yourself kind of moving, and then once you're going, you just kind of kind of hope for the best. I do like that we don't have a requirement that I can see at least of finishing a level in a specific amount of time. It means that any skill level has the ability to finish, the experience, which is something that I always appreciate as somebody who's not really fantastic at stuff. Oh wait, am I on Act 2 now? I think I'm on Act 2. I am. Alright. Now this is definitely going to be a game that I can play that won't take too long. What are these? Will these kill me? No, they don't do anything. Yeah, I bet you're sitting there and you're asking yourself, well, why did you take a game that, the developers offered for you for free and buy it instead of just taking the free copy? Well, and I think the reason for that really is, look at the content of this video. Look at how terrible I'm doing. Now the game was $10, which is not, vastly expensive. Obviously, if I have, 100 quests, that's $1,000, and that's not going to happen if every game was $10. But my point is, the developers work hard. They try to make this game that they want people to play. And it can be difficult to get people to play the game, especially from like an indie game standpoint. And I don't know, I realize that in some cases, the games I've gotten for free, I've been slightly interested in them, or I've been interested in them, and then I start to play them, and it turns out maybe they're not quite for me. And I feel like they've kind of wasted an opportunity there. They, gave me the game for free, and then I'm not really doing it justice. And so that kind of wasn't sitting well with me, and I decided, I'm going to stop until I feel like I'm, doing a better job at making videos for the price of free. Aside from demos, obviously, demos are free, so whatever. But anyway, I decided that because, I just I don't know, maybe it's like a midlife YouTuber crisis of the experience, but I felt that because I wasn't doing a wonderful job, I should just stop taking games for free and stop asking for free games, and just play it for free. Not play it for free, but just buy the game and go from there. Because I look at it as, what are the best ways for me to help an independent developer? Well, buying the game is probably number one, because then they get money. And then I also think it's good to make content. And then I combine the two, and I'm like, well, you know what? I'll just make content, I'll buy the game, and then I'll feel better about what I'm doing. And that's just kind of important to me at the moment. So there you go. That's the reason. Anyway, so enough of that, talk and just more focus on the game itself. The real reason people are here. It is a really cool concept. I'm not doing a fantastic job at it. I feel as though I am terrible. I am getting in the very low rankings, which is exactly what I expected, so I'm not, surprised by it. I do feel like the more I'm playing, the potential that I'm getting slightly better. And by slightly, I mean not a whole lot. Essentially, it's like I've made a sandwich and I cut the crust off. Didn't make the sandwich much better. but I didn't make it any worse. Oh, is this gonna be like one of those things that I can't get past because I don't have the skills to do it? I'd have been very upset if I died there. As far as concepts go, I wish that, like the first set of levels where it's a more open environment, I really wish that this whole second act would have been more like that. I'm hoping the third act kind of brings us back to a more open level design. I don't know, I just feel like it makes more sense. Like, the ability to wall run is pretty sweet because it gives us a little bit of speed. But it's not really the same. Because the first set of levels was really satisfying with how it worked. I understand that it was basically like a method of like learning how to play, but with the open spaces and how things worked, like it just made it kind of easier to really kind of get around and really feel that speed that the game is trying to give you. Sub 30 is pretty good. I'm really surprised at how quickly I think this game is going to end. I don't know how many levels are in this third act. I'm not gonna look that way, I'm just surprised when the game ends. But given the speed in which everything is going and how quickly I'm going through the levels, I imagine this is a game that's going to take me about maybe 30 minutes if we're lucky. And man, I always have a hard time trying to discuss like price points because everybody has like their own different amount of money and what they're willing to spend. And I don't like to tell people that they should buy a game based on the speed, because there's been a handful of times where I have made a comment that the game, I personally didn't feel was worth the price point, and then the developer has taken that feedback and been like, well, you're right, I'm going to drop the price down for now until I get more content or do whatever. And despite me feeling like that might be the right thing to do and might actually help more people buy the game, I feel terrible about it, because I'm not really here to tell you to tell a developer that they need to charge a specific amount for the game. I'm not here to tell people they need to buy it on sale or not on sale, or for whatever price. It's supposed to always be whatever you're willing to spend. And if I say that I spent $10 on a game and I don't feel like that $10 was the right amount to actually spend on it, that could influence somebody else. So I try to stay away from it, because again, like I said, I don't want to impact don't want to prevent people from buying a game they're otherwise interested in just because I personally think it's not worth the value. Now, that being said, sometimes I'm still going to do it. Like, I'm going to do that here. Because I think it's important, especially if this game only takes 30 minutes. If it only takes 30 minutes, and I paid $10 for it, then that's not really a price point that I feel super great about. There is a leaderboard, so there is some replayability here. Like, if you want to keep playing it to get better scores, I mean, that's something you could do. I think it would really depend on how much you enjoyed the experience. As somebody who's more of like a casual gamer that just enjoys, having fun, and isn't really competitive, it's not really a part of the game that's going to kind of stand out to me. So it's not really a selling point for me, but I also don't know if there's going to be like more acts after I finish Act 3. I can only base it off of what I'm seeing at this juncture, but we'll see, I mean, I don't know, it could happen. This level is also far better, or this act is much better than Act 2. Dang. There should be like a sound for when you hit the lasers. The lasers should also have sounds. Like, there should be like a buzz. That would have been cool. I feel like that would have been a pretty positive inclusion of things. Sweet, I'm glad I finished that level successfully. So yeah, I wish we had this level of difficulty attached to the openness of Act 1. I think that would have been like a really cool design for the levels. Like, I don't think this one's too claustrophobic. It's not like Act 2, which just feels like I'm being thrust down a hallway. I'm not even a hot dog in a hallway. I'm like essentially bratwurst, or an actual sausage, something that's it just feels very, very narrow. Actually, no, that's it. That's the game. I beat every level in the game in 18 minutes and 28 seconds. And as somebody who sucks, that's insane to me. All right, so the game, jeez, like I said, the game is $9.99. $9.99. And it takes 20 minutes to finish. That's insane. That is insane. Okay, look, man, I'm just gonna be honest with everybody here, and Singularium is a cool experience. Like, it's definitely something that's entertaining and fun, but as much as I'm not a big fan of telling people, like, hey, buy this on sale or wait, 20 minutes is kind of nuts for $10. So it really depends on what you want to do. I feel like that price point is way too high for the content we're getting. There is a level editor, so that's pretty cool. Let's see if we can find some stuff. Okay, so if I go to custom, it looks like I would have to have made something myself. The level editor is, I mean, that's cool that this is here if you want to use it. I myself am not really going to use it, but I don't know. Let's see. See if see how easy it is to use. And I would say it's not easy to use at all. Like, why is this still here? Like, go away. Let me just add some lasers. We get a bunch of lasers. Stuff. I mean, oh, look, clear doesn't even work, and this doesn't go away. Oh, my goodness. Well, there is a level editor, so you could probably dabble with that and have some entertainment. Well, anyway, that's Singularium. That was the full game, 18 minutes and 58 seconds. Anyway, the link is in the description. If it looks like your jam, I encourage you to try it out. There was a demo back during Next Fest. There's not one now, so yeah. Well, anyway, there you go. Okay, goodbye.